Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. Today we want to continue again with chapter 26, the poets, and a different nation who disbelieved, who denied, rejected the messengers. They stopped believing in them. They didn't pay attention to what they're saying. They chose disobedience rather than obedience. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in this ayat, this is a nation which is, you see it at this time we're living in, it's an example to a lot of these countries which we see at this time. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about this nation, and He says, verse number 122, 123, كذبت عاد المرسلين. So the people of Ad, that's a different nation. When we'll see what we were doing and why they rejected. كذبت عاد المرسلين. They denied the messengers. إذ قال لهم أخوهم هود ألا تتقون. Again, أخوهم هود means somebody came from their nation as a messenger. His name was Hud. Came to tell them, fear God, have consciousness of God, and follow me. إني لكم رسول أمين. I'm indeed a very trustworthy, honest messenger. All these messengers have said the same. And again, the situation repeating itself. And will repeat itself again to the nations who live this time, a time we're living in right now. Because the same thing, disobedience, the same thing, doing the wrong thing, the same thing, not paying attention to the last message of Muhammad ﷺ, which is came in the Quran. إني لكم رسول أمين فاتقوا الله وأطيعون. Have conscience, fear God. His taqullah, because why taqullah? Fear God because His wrath, His punishment is severe. He's given you the opportunity. He will give you the chance. But if you reject, there is destruction. فاتقوا الله وأطيعون. وأطيعون means follow my footsteps. Follow my guidance. Because I'm the messenger. I'm the one who has the connection with God. Follow me, you'll be successful. وما أسألكم عليه من أجر. All the messengers, all the real people, the real scholars, the real people who are inviting people for the sake of Allah, honestly, sincerely, 100%, will not gonna ask for money. In ajri illa ala rabbil alamin. I'm not asking for a reward because I have the creator of the heaven and earth. He's the one who's gonna provide me with the pay. Not asking for your few pennies, few dollars. It's not gonna do anything. I'm asking for the reward from the King of the heavens and the earth. Then let's see what this country or what this nation was doing. أتبنون بكل ريع آية تعبثون. This nation were messing around, means using resources in things, monuments, building big towers, building a big island, building, wasteful, wasting of money for no reason. And a lot of times nowadays we see the nations borrow money from IMF or borrow money from whatever to do what? Waste it on some kind of projects. But within that distribution of money, of the loans coming, they give these funds or give these projects to who? The elites. The elites, the businessmen who's connected to this government, They're the one who do the project, the one who's taken the money which was being taken by loan, building useless monuments, useless cities, useless nation, areas which nobody really use, and the big guys make the money. The nations are getting poorer and poorer. The citizens are poor, have no way to live, they cannot afford the food. That's happening in so many countries, all over the Middle East, all over the Indian continent, all over all these areas. The big guys take the money building anything which it doesn't really change the infrastructure, change how the people live. That's what they were doing. أتبنون بكل ريع آية تعبثون, messing up. وتتخذون مصانع لعلكم تخلدون. And you build these big monuments. You build these big pyramids, for example. You build these big palaces. You build these places, decorations, so on and so forth, as if you are going to live forever. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us that use your money wisely. Don't be wasteful, because in that money there is a portion has to go to those who are needy, those others who are unfortunate, those others who don't have the means. You need to use that money diligently. Don't just, because I can afford the Rolls Royce, I'm going to go buy the Rolls Royce. No, just buy a Lexus. Take the extra. If you really want to, go build projects which can help others. وَإِذَا بَطَشْتُمْ بَطَشْتُمْ جَبَّارِينَ. And this nation used to, when they revenge with no mercy. So they were destruction. Their ability. We see now that Israel against the Palestine. Yes, Palestine started, we're not going into the political, but you see the reaction. We're not going to go to the political situation, but you see the reaction of Israel. Jabbatashtum by Jabbarin. They go killing the innocent, the babies, the kids. So many horrific crimes are happening. That's exactly the same what Saad was doing. They go, and as if nobody have a higher or upper hand, but Allah have the upper hand. So don't make yourself the arrogancy. This is the arrogancy in the human being. The arrogancy, and nobody can stop me. And from there, their revenge, very hard. Then he's telling them, فَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَأَطِيعُونَ. Fear God, have consciousness, and follow me as a messenger, as a prophet. وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ الَّذِي أَمَدَّكُمْ بِمَا تَعْلَمُونَ. Then he's they're rejecting. What you're talking about? We did it all. We're the one who build. We're the one who make the economies. We're the one who build the economic system of the whole world. We're the one who have Wall Street. We are the one who have the stock change. We're the one who have this big manufacturing. We're the one who's controlling all these big tech companies. We. Then that's their reaction. Then Hud, their prophet, is telling them, their messenger Hud is telling them what? Look of what he has given you. Without his giving, without what he have given you, you won't be nothing. الَّذِي أَمَدَّكُمْ. He have provided you with what you can see. With this economic prosperity, with this economic means, with this, he made the reason for the smartest people to immigrate to your country. He made the reason for people to work and in this, he made the reasons for everything to happen. أمدكم بأنعام وبنين. He have given you at that time, given them the cattle, and they give them the offspring. And this time he has given you the economic upper hand. Made the dollar is the most, Allah had made the dollar is the most widely used currency. That's what they give America, for example, the upper hand. $37 trillion in debt. And it's never gonna be paid off. But what's happening here? American dollar is on the balance sheet of every central bank. That's why there is a demand for it. That's why America is able to finance whatever you want to finance. وَجَنَّاتٍ وَعْيُونٍ. He give you gardens and He give you wells. So all Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that I give you all the means for the economic prosperity. So this is not coming from you, and I can take it at any time. إِنِّي أَخَافَ عَلَيْكُمْ عَذَابَ يَوْمٍ عَظِيمٍ. He's reminding them of what? The hereafter, the day of judgment. And that is the main thing. If you don't believe in the day of judgment, you'll do whatever you want. If you don't believe that there is accountability and auditing, and you're gonna come back and will be asked what you did and what you have not done and how did you behave, everything Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is recording. So if you don't believe in the hereafter, and you don't believe in the day of judgment, and you don't believe in accountability, there's no really reason for him or for any messenger or for any prophet or for the Quran to to explain itself, because there is really no reason. Because the main thing is, which make the person, conscious about Allah, conscious about what he's doing, is the day of judgment. يوم عذاب. I have, what is the punishment is? إني أخاف عليك. I'm afraid of a day when it comes where there is severe punishment. قالوا سواء علينا أوعظت أم لم تكن من الواعظين. Listen, that's what they're telling him. Listen, if you give us the advice or you don't give it to us, we're not going to take it. We're just so happy with our life. We're so happy with our movies. We're so happy with our video games. We're so happy with our NFL teams, NBA teams. We're so happy with our media. We're so happy with all what we have. We're so happy with our banking system. We're so happy with our economy. We're so happy with our technology. Why we would even believe? We're happy like that. Everything is fine with us. So you tell us, you advise us, or you don't advise us, we're not going to even listen to you. إِنَّ هَذَا إِلَّا خُلُقُ الْأَوَّلِينَ. Indeed, this is the same advice the messengers who came before you were given. So we're not listening to you. The same old story. There is a day of judgment. The people who died before never came back. That's what they're saying. But of course, they're going to come back, but not now. They're going to come back on the day of the resurrection. So that's their story. Oh, we didn't see them coming back. So what you're saying is just the same old false story. We're not even believing in it. وَمَا نَحْنُ بِمُعَذَّبِينَ. Indeed, nobody will punish us. And there was not going to be any punishment. This is just a life. We're going to live. We're going to do what we want. And that's it. فَكَذَّبُوهُ فَأَهْلَكْنَاهُمْ إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَةً وَمَا كَانَ أَكْثَرَهُمْ مُؤْمِنِينَ. So they denied him. They rejected him. فَأَهْلَكْنَاهُمْ. We destroyed them. Allah have sent wind on them. Wind destroyed them. just the wind. And you see, a hurricane comes, Milton came, Helen came. Just an example. Coronavirus came. An example of what God can do to destroy nations. If nation doesn't believe, if nations don't understand, and don't come back to Allah and realize that He exists and He will hold everybody accountable. فأهلكناهم, we destroy them. إن في ذلك لآية. Indeed, this is a sign, an example to the nations who were disbelieved. This is an example for every nation which disbelieved. وَمَا كَانَ أَكْثَرَهُم مُؤْمِنِينَ. Indeed, the majority of them were disbelievers. وَإِنَّ رَبَّكَ لَهُوَ الْعَزِيزُ الرَّحِيمُ. And indeed, your Lord is the most dignified, the most honorable, and the most merciful. أقول قولي هذا، استغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه.